New day, fresh feeling. More headlines on the Rippling against SEC trial have emerged. The most fascinating aspect is also the disclosed date of expected winning for Ripple in the case. Over 4 years have passed while we have been waiting for this time. And at last, our moment of glory might have arrived. Count me as trustworthy. You really want not to miss this. Experts in cryptocurrencies claim XRP's price might skyrocket to $25,000. Pretty awesome, yes? Let us dissect it gradually. Let's straightforwardly get right to the topic without delay. Note, disclose. Once more, taking front stage is the legal impasse between Ripple Labs and the SEC, reminding the crypto community that the fight over XRP Ripple is far from done. The case itself does not fade quietly into the background, even if Judge Annalisa Torres earlier decided that XRP sales on public exchanges do not constitute securities. The SEC, most notably, did not appeal this ruling. In a recent action, the judge turned down a combined motion by the SEC and Ripple to finalize fines, and so conclude the lawsuit. The ruling prolongs a legal drama that has come to represent the larger regulatory uncertainties in the digital assets sector, not so much delivering closure. The most recent evolution stems from Ripple's challenge of a fundamental problem. A token stops being a security when what? Ripple submitted a fresh letter answering that precise topic, as highlighted in a tweet by Crypto Sensei. That's not only a defensive move, it's a direct attempt to create a clearer structure that might change future regulations of cryptocurrencies. Should Ripple prove that the nature of a token changes with time, it would shield many more initiatives from SEC control, only based on their starting point. The SEC, on its part, is resisting a June 16th deadline to provide a status report to the Court of Appeals. A day XRP update points to as possibly a turning point. Whether the Commission keeps looking for fines or backs off would say a lot about how authorities want to handle crypto enforcement going forward. XRP supporters are fiercely combating false information that has started to appear once more online, even now with the last act still unknown. Recent posts on X argued that XRP lacks institutional legitimacy and legal clarity, going so far as to imply it has no influence on central bank digital currency development and isn't owned by US reserves, unlike Bitcoin. Pro-XRP attorney Bill Morgan, who has grown to be among the most ardent legal proponents of Ripple's stance, responded right away to that post, emphasizing that XRP has already been decided not to be a security. He labeled the piece the biggest falsehood in crypto this year. Morgan went on to say that even the parts of the opinion that some regard as dicta nevertheless have weight in next interpretations. Stated another way, the legal clarity already exists. People merely have to admit it. This is important since the court's decision is still a significant triumph for Ripple, even with the noise. The conclusion of Judge Torres on XRP not being intrinsically a security is unchangeable. Not one court has overturned it. Not one agency has effectively contested it. Furthermore, the fundamental legal acceptance of XRP stays the same in spite of continuous debates on fines and legislative environment. The crypto industry keeps a careful eye not only for Ripple's fate, but also for the future of token classification in the US as both sides keep negotiating as the June 16th deadline approaches. Future developments could affect the way fresh projects are started, tokens are exchanged, and how innovation in the field is either encouraged or hampered by law. For the wider crypto community, as well as XRP holders, this goes beyond one token. It relates to the game's future rules. And crypto experts aren't backing away even as the courtroom struggle unfolds. They are doubling down. They see no issue at all. They promise something. Actually, many people think this legal tempest is preparing the ground for something quite big. Now, among the most audacious voices in the business are those projecting exponential XRP growth. And believe me, their comments will really astound you. Jack the Rippler's one tweet so captures everything. Money is on order. And looking at the rising chorus of audacious forecasts and market indications that money might just be headed directly for XRP. The charts right now indicate tension rising. As Aminex pointed out, 181 of price compression have left XRP in a tightly wound coil. He warns about big move loads, and the effect won't be minor when that spring eventually cracks. With a tweet that simply read, XRP needs a bounce immediately, analyst Steph gave the moment intensity. A call resounding throughout the larger crypto terrain. While some are staring much ahead, others are observing the candles on a chart. Renowned investment expert and crypto wealth mentor, Linda Jones, is among the loudest and most upbeat voices available. Her message is constant and unambiguous. Invest not later, but right now. Invest wisely and wait. She is not only dispensing advice, she is really living it. She paid $100 and picked up 400 tokens when XRP was roughly 25 cents. That same $100 now would not even get her 50. That is the force of compound gains in an increasing asset. Her argument is difficult to overlook as well. You receive less the later you wait. Not just Jones is drawing questions. Others in the space are going even further. XRP might potentially hit $100 per coin. The XRP Chancellor produced a jaw-dropping prediction and labeled the approaching bull run the largest. XRP will cause upheaval in the cryptocurrency industry. $1,000 is just around here. Some would find that to be ridiculous. For those who follow Ripple's real-world use case, institutional alliances, and rising acceptance, especially in the global payments industry, it is not out of the question. Then follows the most amazing forecast of them all. $25,000 per XRP, credited to unknown analysts by Finance Bro. Is that too ambitious? Generally speaking. In cryptocurrency, however, time and returns often blur the line, separating vision from illusion. Still, patience runs throughout all the outlandish projections. Rob Cunningham summed it exactly. Though patience makes you money, money cannot purchase patience. Early investors such as Hillard support such with personal anecdotes. Years ago, his $100 investment paid 769 XRP, more than 15 times what that money would buy him now. He claims that his success comes from completing his studies and depending on the method rather than from following buzz. Online sentiment keeps blazingly hot in meantime. John Squire joked, not saying, "I told you so should XRP blow up." I am leasing a billboard bearing that statement. Many long-time holders, those who have survived bearish cycles, FUD, SEC litigation, and other challenges, also share this view as they wait for their chance. Because in cryptocurrencies, luck is not the way you win. You win by being early and maintaining strength when most counts. Of course, none of this explosive capability exists without strong partners. Benevolent behind the scenes is Ripple not only expanding, it is subtly replacing the worldwide financial system. Major organizations are lining up